Whip up these fun and delicious witches' hats for Halloween. They're so easy to make. The first thing you want to do is you want to start with some sliced pepperoni. I've got some laid out here. And then there are these cool little hors d'oeuvre cutters. They're like cookie cutters, but they're a little bit smaller. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my decorations for my witches' hats first. So I'm just going to cut out some cool little shapes. Like that. I've got one there. Just going to pop that out. Little star. And then I'm just going to make another one. And you could have your kids do the shapes. And then the leftover pepperoni, you're just going to actually just cut it up. And you're just going to put it in with the rest of the pepperoni that you're using for the filling. So I'm just going to pop that in there, and I'm going to put this to the side for when I'm ready to decorate my witches' hats. So I've got my pepperoni here. I've got some cream cheese, and I've also got some Parmesan cheese, and all of this together is going to make the delicious filling inside. So I'm just going to put my pepperoni in here with my cream cheese. And this is all the kind of stuff that kids just absolutely love. This is going to be such a huge hit. So I'm just going to mix in my pepperoni, and then I've got here some Parmesan cheese. So once you've got it all mixed up there, now it's time for your actual witches' hats, which are so cool. So for that, I'm using crescent rolls. They come already perforated and in this triangular shape, which makes them so super duper easy. I'm just going to take a spoonful of this delicious topping. Perfect. And then to kind of stick it all together, you're going to need a little bit of an egg wash. This is egg with a little bit of water just to keep it nice and soft so you can kind of brush it on really easily. I'm just using a brush and just going to put it on the edges of my crescent rolls, my witches' hats. And this is just to make sure that when you put the second layer of the hat on, it really sticks together and you don't have the filling kind of oozing out of the edges. And now I've got my rolls already ready to go. This is the shape that they come in right out of the package, so it's a kind of a no-brainer. And I'm just going to push it down on the edges like this, just to make sure that the egg wash really, really secures it. And the same thing at the bottom, just really push it in. Now once you've got them nice and pressed, you want to give it a little bit of character and make it look more like a witch's hat. So I'm just going to take the brim of it and kind of flip it up like as if it were an old witch's hat and the brim were so big and kind of sloppy. I love that. And then to give it a nice little point, give it some character, I'm just going to kind of twist the top around like that. And you can have fun with this. You can do whatever you'd like just to make it look a little bit more witchy. To make sure that the filling doesn't spill out of the edges, you also want to make sure you poke in a couple of holes with a fork so that you can allow the steam to kind of come out as they're cooking. Then you're going to grab your shapes that you made before that are so fun and cool, your stars and your ghosts and your cats and whatever you've got. And you're going to kind of just decorate these. I'm just going to put like a big ghost on the top of one. Ooh, it's so cool. And maybe some stars along the sides just to make it fun. Maybe a star and a moon. And here we've got a little star. So once you've got these all decorated however you want, this is so fun to get the kids involved in because they love things like this. You can, put together some condiments that can also act as like maybe a little bit of sparkle for the hats, some herbs for their little potions and things. So I've got some oregano here. I'm just going to sprinkle some on there. And maybe I'll do the other one with some red pepper. Then once you've got these done, you're going to put these in the oven for 450 degrees for 8 to 10 minutes. And then once you've got them all cooked up, they look like this right here. These bewitching treats are going to be a big hit.